Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Sophie with me. We've just drawn 2-2 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Listen, I just spoke to a Chelsea fan and he said, you know, you had us on the ropes and he was disappointed with the result. Where do you stand on today?
Babe, when I came out of that stadium, I was, I was proper gutted, like devastated. Do you know why? Because I feel like more or less we dominated that entire game.
Towards the second half?
No, listen, like for the first 70 minutes, I thought we were pretty much all over you.
Fair.
And I don't think that was because you were poor. I think that was because Arsenal didn't expect us to be so good. Because we came out attacking.
Yeah.
Now we came out attacking. Sterling, amazing. Palmer on form, great penalty. Whether you think it was a penalty or not, I have to look back at it tomorrow because I'd had like 3 or 4 drinks by then. So if you want to ask me about the second goal, just don't even bother because I don't really know what happened there. But I do feel like after Sanchez made that mistake, I had sort of gone a little bit. And I'm not joking you, 5 minutes before that happened, I turned to my mate next to me on the left and I said, 2-0 up is the most dangerous position to be in because you get comfortable. In the Premier League nowadays, you need at least three goals to kill it off.
But did you see Arsenal coming back into it? Honestly? Because I'll be honest, I didn't at all.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. Because I thought, we've got this in the bag. But once Sanchez made that mistake, it was sort of like 2-1, okay, our heads have gone. It wasn't like he made this mistake in the 85th minute, where there's not long to go. And yeah, I was just gutted with it. I feel like the whole team came out today really strong, fighting. Not a lot of people, even like mutual other teams, did not expect us to come out like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of Arsenal fans expect us to win today.
A lot of Arsenal fans expected you to win by fucking 2-0 goals easily. Sorry about my language. I've had a couple of
That's fine.
But now what I'm saying is, like, you were the favourites by far. You have the more stable team. You have the more constructive team. Like everything about you is more stable at the minute. We're not in that position.
So with us being favourites, and I spoke to Tom, and with this result, does it change you as a fan towards Poch? Do you think, you know, this is still it's upwards, you know, progression for Chelsea now, or are you still worried with this result? Because you should have realistically.
No. Listen, we should have won today. Like I say, in this day and age, 2-0 up in the Premier League is not enough. You need to have at least 3 goals to kill the game off.
Do you not question your team for not being able to see out the game?
No, I think what it was is the first goal obviously was an error from Sanchez. Okay, we there's no question about that. We can't have a conversation about that. It's clearly a very, very bad error, right? And I think by then our mentality went, and I think it was coming towards the end of the game. So, I mean, you'd have to ask the players about that. I don't know, but I was gutted when the equaliser went in. However, I think Poch did make the wrong substitutions. I wouldn't have taken off Sterling. I wouldn't have taken off Mudryk.
That was odd because Sterling was killing us. Obviously, Mudryk got the goal.
You made the right substitution. Bringing on Trossard, great substitution.
Havertz?
Okay, no, he conversation for another day. No, I mean, he didn't
came
really...
on it. Well, he affected it. He was involved in the goal, but
whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys made good substitutions. We made the wrong substitutions, and that's not to say that I don't think the players that came on are good. I just feel like Sterling and Mudryk didn't put a foot wrong. They weren't tired. They weren't injured. There was nothing they were lacking in, so we didn't really need to take them off. And I think that did really affect the game because when you're making substitutions towards the end of the game, when you're not in a position to win the game by at least 2 goals or more, you're leaving yourself open to conceding, and that's exactly what happened there. What are you doing?
She's being fair. She's being fair.
No. Robbie can fuck off. But
She's being fair.
She's being fair.
No, I am being fair. You were
fair.
being rude. You told me midweek when I filmed with you, nah, no way. Troops even was like not worried about any of the Chelsea players. I'm sorry, Cole Palmer ran around you. Sterling ran around you.
He played well.
It weren't until they came off when you had a situation.
Horrid decision.
Probably your best performance of the season.
But that's what I mean.
And he still didn't win.
You didn't win.
And that's what I mean.
You didn't win.
And I would go as far as saying, I feel like that to me was one of your worst performances of the season.
It was.
Yeah, it was. And we come up with a point.
I was still unbeaten.
Yeah.
But what's that mean? You're challenging for the title. You just dropped 2 points.
Means that we haven't lost a game yet this season.
No, you still dropped 2 points.
Yeah,
you were terrible.
We have. Listen, we've dropped.
You dropped as well 2 points in the position you was in.
We dropped
All
2.
right, okay. At the end of a season, you can be like, well, we were unbeaten because we just drew a load of games, and although we didn't win the Premier League, it's fine because we were unbeaten.
No, listen, but I put it in the way of like we haven't been at our best today, right? But we still managed to, come out here, and we could have won it in the end. Eddie Nketiah there could have won it right at the end.
We could have won it at the end, though. We could have won it.
No. We could have won it at the end. Eddie Nketiah.
Jackson had a couple.
He had chances.
Jackson had a couple chances.
But
Yeah, but he didn't come close with them. He fluffed them.
So you fluffed them, what the hell that means. I don't know. I don't use those words.
Anyway.
Listen. If you ask anybody before the game, Arsenal fans especially would have said we're easily going to win this 2-0. I knew we were going to come out today. I knew there were going to be goals. I said that to you midweek. I knew there were going to be goals. I didn't expect us to give away that 2-0 lead so easily. And I feel like when Sanchez made that mistake, it got into the players' heads. The mentality change, and Premier League is all about mentality,
And we showed some great mentality to come back. And what I would say, I'm going to big you up now. I mean, big up to Chelsea. I think you can be encouraged by certain players there. Sterling, I thought was excellent. Cole Palmer, thought he was excellent.
Would you, if you were Poch, would you have taken him off? Because I wouldn't have.
yeah, he made him horrendous.
I think he looked.
Took Mudryk and
You know what the thing is though? A lot of times with these things, we always look at it and think, why have you taken a player off? We don't realise they're absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
So I think them two players they put so much work in. They're knackered, so he's got to take them off. He's got to try and freshen it up. But that ain't where.
I wouldn't have done it though. I wouldn't have done it. I don't feel like
That ain't where you lost the 2 goals, was it?
No, but I feel like we could have got the winner in the end if they were still on the pitch.
No.
That's the way I feel.
It's the Arsenal.
Yeah. Wrap it up. Fuck off. Wrap it up.
Thank you, sir.
It feels. Do you know what, babe? It feels like a loss because I feel like for the majority of that game we dominated it. So that's why it feels like a loss. It's not like it was a 2-2 where we scrambled to get back into the game. We more or less controlled the entire game. One mistake led to a lacking mentality, and I'm gutted about it. But of course, I feel like it's more of a loss to you guys because you needed the 2 points more.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sophie.
Welcome back to the Forever Arsenal podcast.
Black, white, young, old, Lee's on there. Disabled, abled, man. Well, it doesn't.
Smith Rowe didn't get a minute yesterday, not a minute that needs minutes. Where's he going to get his minutes from now? Get your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen. Tactical's out tomorrow.
I think the idea of Mesut Ozil was better than the actual reality of Ozil at Arsenal.
Your mic, not turn your camera off.
For the audio listeners, Lee's in pieces. Lee's in pieces.
Sorry about that.